What's up, guys? This is Cody from Rage Cage Sports again. Today I'm going to be bringing you some fantasy football breakouts and sleepers. I know there's a lot of fantasy football drafts going on right now, and not all of you are in fantasy, but I know a lot of you are. And we're going to get to the actual NFL predictions this coming week. Starting Monday, we're going to have our AFC East breakdown. But for right now, I'm going to give you some guys that are on the borderline of being stars for this upcoming season. Some guys that are being drafted lower than they should be, and some guys that are just going to be bust for this upcoming season. So I'll start with quarterback. Ryan Tannehill's been being drafted really low right now. Or not really low, but he's fringe top 10. And I think if his combination of passing and running, he could finish in maybe the top 5 of quarterbacks this year. And I think that offense around him has improved, and he should put up some big numbers. He's a really consistent quarterback. A quarterback sleeper I have is Derek Carr of the Raiders. He had over 20 touchdowns last year, and now he's adding Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper, along with an improved Latavius Murray. And so I think that offense will be improved. I think the Raiders are going to be an improved team, and I think Derek Carr is going to have quite a good year. He'll finish probably in the top 15 of quarterbacks. So he's not going to be one of the top tier stars, but I think he'll be up there. And then a quarterback bust, I think, will be Russell Wilson. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be terrible, but I don't think he's going to finish top 5 in quarterbacks. I think his rushing yards are going to go down quite a bit, that he's not going to have the volume of rushes or even pass as much as he did. Granted, he's adding Jimmy Graham to give him a red zone target, which should be helpful, but that wide receiver core is just not very good, and they've lost a lot of offensive line pieces, so that should hurt him too. As for running backs, I think the big breakout star this year is going to be Carlos Hyde. I'm really high on this guy. So he's coming in this 49ers offense that's just decimated right now. But he's taken over from Frank Gore, who's been a successful running back in the system for quite a few years now. And with Frank Gore leaving for the Colts, I think Carlos Hyde is set to step in and have a really big year. And another one I got is Amir Abdullah for the Lions. He's not listed as a starter right now, but I think he has the tools to be a highly successful NFL running back. His elusiveness and speed is just a great combination that nobody can bring him down. And a running back bust I have this year is Justin Forsett. He played last year for Gary Kubiak in a run-heavy system. He's never had a lot of success in his career before. Last year was the best season of his career, and I just don't think he can replicate it again. So he's going way too high in fantasy drafts. I would not draft him. AJ Green, he's being drafted as a borderline 10th receiver right now, but I think coming into the season, he could be a top 3 wide receiver. That his talent is enormous, and he is enormous as well. And he's going to pull down a whole bunch of touchdowns, and he's going to be Andy Dalton's favorite target in that Bengals offense. You could also pick any Packers receiver. With Jordy Nelson going down, there's going to be a lot of targets to go around between Devontae Adams, Ty Montgomery, and maybe a little more to Randall Cobb also. So I think one of those guys would be a good pick. And my wide receiver bust will be T.Y. Hilton. That he might be one of the top 15, top 20 receivers, but I don't think he's going to finish top 10. That when I look at T.Y. Hilton, I think all he has is speed, and corners are going to start zoning in more heavily on him. They're going to start guarding him harder, and his speed just won't be able to compare in some of these games this year. And some of his targets will go around to Andre Johnson, Dwayne Allen, Dante Moncrief, and the newly drafted Philip Dorsett. So his targets are going to go down, and Andrew Luck will have other targets to look at. So these are my basic fantasy football breakouts, sleepers, and busts. Have a good time drafting. We'll be back tomorrow with our AFC East predictions, and tune in to Rage Cage Sports. Thank you.